Phil Enns, President of Triple E Canada Limited.
As a new employee of Triple E, you represent great potential. You can ensure that we are improving our quality, our service, and most importantly, our customer satisfaction. We look forward to a good working relationship because the success of our company depends on people like you.
Triple E's story began in 1964 with P.W. Enns. While on a church mission in Elkhart, Indiana, he was impressed with the popularity of travel trailers in that area. Mr. Enns returned to Winkler and began by building his first travel trailer in a neighbor's garage. 2 years later, together with his two sons-in-law, Phil Enns and Pete Elias, P.W. Enns officially opened Triple E Manufacturing Incorporated. The three E's, Enns, Enns, and Elias, became the components of the name Triple E. Tragedy struck in 1972 when fire destroyed their entire manufacturing complex. Through the aid of Neonex International, plants were reconstructed and expanded. In the years that followed, Triple E's Winkler plant was converted to exclusive motorhome production, and two branch manufacturing plants were developed for additional production: van conversions in Guelph, Ontario, and manufactured housing in Lethbridge, Alberta. The facilities in Winkler consist of 5 major plants situated on the company's 21 acres of land. The main plant houses the general offices, the 2 major production lines, an extensive mill, and the sub-assembly department. The adjoining Plant 2 contains the sandwich wall construction and the paint department. The ABS Plastic Division operates on the mezzanine of this plant. The 3rd major plant houses the pre-delivery inspection department, where all units are given a final inspection before shipment is made to the dealer. This facility also houses the cushion and the parts distribution department. Plant 4 is the welding and frame department, where all motorhome chassis undergo the necessary changes to accommodate the motorhome coach. The 5th major plant contains the fiberglass department. The organizational structure of Triple E Canada is headed by P.W. Enns, the chairman of the board, and Phil R. Enns, president and general manager. The executive includes George Enns, vice president of sales and marketing; Don Traub, vice president of finance and administration; Ike Dick, vice president of production; Terry Elias, vice president in charge of Load King and Triple E's Guelph operation; and Pete Elias, corporate vice president. Safety is a priority at Triple E. It is your responsibility to create a safe atmosphere by observing all safety regulations. Do not run except in an emergency. No smoking is allowed except in the coffee shop. And under no circumstances is an airstream from a hose to be aimed at another person. All vehicles must be operated at safe speeds. No riders are allowed on forklifts or tractors. All fires and the use of any fire extinguisher must be reported to the maintenance department. Check with your supervisor regarding the safe and proper operation of all hand and power equipment. Tools and equipment needing repairs should be taken to the maintenance department. You are responsible to bring your own hammer and metric tape measure. A copy of all the shop rules and regulations has been given to you. Make sure you read them. The Triple E Employee Association bargains on behalf of all employees covered by the collective agreement. Please take time to read your copy of the agreement, which outlines the working relationship between the company and employees. After 3 months of employment, you will be deducted $1 per month for the operation of the EEE Employee Association. To become a full member, ask for an application from any member of the association executive. After 3 months, you are also entitled to life insurance coverage, of which EEE Canada pays the full premium costs. You will begin to contribute to the EEE pension plan after 2 years of employment. Beginning at 2% of your gross salary, this percentage increases at the 5-year and 10-year mark and is matched by the company. An annual statement outlining the contributions and interest earned will be given to you. EEE also sponsors a number of social activities each year to give you the opportunity to meet fellow employees and their families. Here are some of the most common questions asked by new employees.
May I punch another employee's time card on his or her behalf?
No, time cards are your own responsibility and must never be punched by anyone else. Instructions on how to punch your card are at the time clock.
What if I am sick and cannot come to work?
In case of sickness, call the receptionist and she will inform your supervisor.
What if I am late for work?
Time missed will be deducted from your paycheck. Repeated lateness will be dealt with by your supervisor.
May I borrow company tools and equipment?
No, all tools and equipment are company property and must remain in the EEE plant.
May I make personal telephone calls or receive calls during working hours?
Calls during working hours are limited to urgent family matters or special permission from your supervisor.
May I show relatives and friends through the plant?
Organized tours are available by contacting the personnel manager. We recommend that your friends and relatives take part in these. Special permission may be given by a supervisor for personal after-hours tours.
Where do I park my car?
Assigned parking applies to the area directly in front of the main plant and all parking spaces with electrical outlets. All other parking is open on a first-come, first-served basis.
How do I get the supplies to do my job?
Your supervisor is responsible to provide the required supplies. If necessary, your crew leader may ask you to pick up supplies.
When do I clean up?
Personal cleanup should be done after dismissal. Workstation cleanup is normally done during working hours.
Will there be layoffs during the winter months?
Uncertain economic conditions have caused occasional layoffs in the past, but we make every effort to avoid them.
Will there be opportunity for advancement?
As part of a growing and progressive company, there is always opportunity for advancement. In most cases, EEE tries to promote from within the company. We trust this brief introduction to our company has given you a better understanding of our operation. Please read all the information given to you by our personnel manager. And should you have any questions, please direct them to him. Thank you for joining our team.